Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Yanela and in today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to crochet this beautiful and super fun crochet sweater. This is a granny square jumper and you will start by making the flowers, and I will leave a link on the description down below that I will show you how to crochet each flower. Then we'll turn them into squares, and once you have all your squares completed, you will assemble them together in order to create your jumper. We'll then work a neckline around the neck, as you can see here. Also, we'll add cuffs to make more comfortable sleeves, and we will work a hemline, as you can see there. And then your jumper will be ready. For making this jumper, I've used cotton yarn to make it perfect for spring and summer, but you can use any yarn you have at home and play with the colors you have in your stash. I hope you enjoy watching this tutorial, and don't forget to like and comment, and please consider subscribing for more videos like this. And let's go to the tutorial. Bye! This flower is the center of our granny square, and you can find the full video tutorial to make this flower in the description down below or in the link on this video. And we will start by attaching the white color in that half double crochet immediately after the slip stitch. And I'm calling this round number 5 because in order to make the flower you need to work 4 rounds. So here we'll start by making round number 5, and remember you can go back to my previous videos in order to find the flower, and that's the flower coaster video. After my yarn is attached, I'm going to work 3 chains, and this will count as a first double crochet, and then I will work a double crochet in the next stitch. I will work 1 half double crochet into the next 2 stitches. So this is the first half double crochet, and then I will work another one. And now we'll be making 1 single crochet into the next 4 stitches. So here's my second single crochet, third double crochet, and the 4th single crochet. And then we'll be repeating what we did before, so in the opposite order. So we work 1 half double crochet into the next 2 stitches. So as you can see, we had them before, and now I'm going to work 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches. And here's the second double crochet. The last stitch of the sequence is a treble crochet, so for this you will need to yarn over twice and insert your hook, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over and pull through 2 loops again, and yarn over and pull through the last 2 stitches. And this is a sequence you're going to repeat all along the petals of your flower in order to create the base for the granny square. Now we're going to do it again. So we're going to start by making 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches. Then I'm going to work 1 half double crochet into the next 2 stitches, followed by 1 single crochet into the next 4 stitches. So here's my second single crochet. Now the third and the 4th single crochet. Then we need to work a half double crochet into the next 2 stitches, 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches, and the last stitch of this sequence will be 1 treble. So remember, for this you need to yarn over twice and insert your hook, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2 again, and yarn over and pull the last 2. And this is a sequence you're going to repeat all along the flower in order to create the base for the granny square. So you keep repeating that sequence until you reach to the end. And the last stitch will be a treble. So I will meet you there. I'm almost at the end of the round, working the last double crochet, and here is the last treble of the round. And in order to finish this round, I'm going to locate the 3rd chain from the initial 3 chains, and I'm going to join my work by working a slip stitch into that 3rd chain. It can be a bit hard, but don't worry. And then I'm going to change 1 in order to secure my work, and I'm gonna cut the yarn, and this is round number 5 completed. And as you can see, it's a lovely circle that you can also use as a coaster if you wanted to. Now we're going to start round number 6, and you're going to bring your preferred color. In my case, it's going to be this pink, and we're going to attach the yarn into the first single crochet of the sequence. So that's the single crochet after the half double crochet. And as always, I like making a knot, and I make sure the yarn won't unravel. And you're going to change 4, and in this case the 4 chains are going to count as the first treble of the round. And then you're going to yarn over twice to start working your first treble, and you're going to insert your hook into that same space, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. And here you have 2 trebles. Then you're going to chain 2 and work 2 more trebles into the same space. And this will be the first corner space of our granny square. So each corner will consist of 2 trebles, 2 chains, and 2 trebles, all in the same space. So here is the last treble of our corner space, and here is the corner space completed. Remember, the 4 chains count as the first treble. And then you're going to work 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches, and to make things easier for you, you can crochet over that yarn end that you have, so then you won't need to hide it at the end of your work. As you can see, I'm going through the loop and I'm hiding the end of yarn. And here you have the corner space and 3 double crochet. Then you're going to work 1 half double crochet into the next 2 stitches, and we're going to continue working 1 single crochet into the next 5 stitches. So that's the 3rd single crochet, and as you can see, I'm still hiding that yarn end. So that's the last single crochet, and then you're going to reverse and you're going to work 1/2 double crochet into the next 2 stitches, and 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. So this is the second double crochet and the last double crochet for now. And this is how your work should be looking by now. You have all this sequence of these stitches and the corner space. So you should have 15 stitches in total, as you can see. And now in the following stitch, you're going to work 1 corner space. And for the corner space, remember you need to work 2 treble crochet into the same space, followed by 2 chains. So here's the second treble. I'm going to work 2 chains, and I'm going to work 2 more treble all into the same space. And this will be the corner space created. So here's the last treble of the corner space. And this is the first side of the granny square, and you should have 19 stitches in total on each side. So now you're going to turn your work and continue working this sequence until your granny square is completed. So you will need to repeat that side 3 more times, and you will have 4 sides in total. So I will continue working this way, and I will meet you at the end of the round. I'm now almost at the end of the round, working the last 3 double crochet, but as you can see here, I have 2 stitches left. So I'm going to work 1 double crochet 2 together. You're going to start by making a normal double crochet without closing it, and then you're going to go to the next stitch and work another double crochet, and then you're going to go through the 3 loops on your hook in order to close the stitch, and that's going to be 1 double crochet 2 together. And in order to close the round, you're going to locate the 4th chain of the beginning and work 1 slip stitch. And this double crochet 2 together will be only for the last side of the round. And this is round number 6 completed. Now this is an optional step, but you can use this blocking board in order to block your granny squares. It comes with these metal pins that you will insert into your blocking board in the shape of a square, and then you will place your granny squares, stretching them a little bit in order to block them. And you won't need any water or anything, and blocking means you will be giving your work the perfect shape or the shape that you want, and in this case we'll be giving them a really square shape, and they will be flatter and they will look much better than if you don't. For making the size medium, you will need 50 squares in total. So now here I will show you how to join your squares together and make the panels that you need for your sweater. And in this case, I will show you how to make the sleeve panel. So you will be making 2 panels, and this is how I put them all together. And first you will join together all the horizontal sides, and then you will go through the vertical sides. You're going to use a 4mm crochet hook and the pink color you use for round 6, and you're going to place your squares with the right side facing each other, and you're going to attach the yarn through the corner space, I will be making a knot, and then you will work one chain, and this chain will count as the first single crochet. And then you will work one single crochet in each stitch available and inserting your hook through both squares in order to join your squares together. So here we go again. You're going to start making a single crochet and you're going to insert your hook through the first square and then the second square. And this way your squares will be joined together. So here we go again. So you're going to insert your hook into the first square, going through both loops, and then you're going to go to the next square, and then you're going to close your single crochet. So you're going to continue working this way until the side is joined. And for size medium, you should have 19 stitches on each square, so you should work 19 single crochet until you reach to that corner space. So I will continue working single crochet and I will meet you at the corner space to show you what to do. I'm now working the last single crochet of the side of the square, and when I reach the corner space, I'm going to work one single crochet going through both chain spaces. And this is how your work should be looking by now. As you can see, this is the right side and this is the wrong side of your work. And now you're going to take the next two pair of squares, again with the right side facing each other, and you're just going to work one single crochet through both chain spaces in order to join the two squares to the previous squares. So here is my first single crochet, and then you're going to work one single crochet through both squares. And again, you should work 19 single crochet until you reach to the corner space. So I'm going to continue working this way, and when I reach to the corner space, I'm going to work another single crochet through both chain spaces. Now here the two pairs of squares are attached together, as you can see. And now I'm going to continue working the same steps that I did before in order to join the last pair of squares. But if you have more squares, you just repeat the same steps until all your squares are joined horizontally. Here I'm working the last single crochet in that last corner space of my row of squares, and I'm just gonna cut the yarn, and this is how your work should be looking by now. As you can see, all the squares are attached horizontally, and then I'm just going to repeat, and I'm going to add another row of squares, and when they are completed, this is how they're going to look like. They're all attached horizontally. As you can see, that's the right side and the wrong side. And now we're going to join them vertically, and it's going to be almost the same. So you're going to place your squares facing the right side together and attach your yarn and work one single crochet into that space, and then you're going to attach your squares on each side by working one single crochet as we did before. So here you can see I'm just working single crochet, and then when you reach the first corner space, you're going to work one single crochet as before, and here you're going to work one chain. So this is going to be the different part because we have the join in the middle, and then you're going to go to the next corner space and work one single crochet. And then you're going to continue working the same way as before, single crochet, and when you reach the corner space, you're going to work another single crochet, chain one, and work another single crochet into that corner space. And as you can see, this is the place where you're going to work one chain and then continue working exactly the same way as before. And this is how your work should be looking by now. And then you're going to repeat the same in the next row of squares. And this is how your work looks after all the squares are attached. This is the wrong side of your work. And this is the right side of the work. And as you can see here, I have my 2 panels for the sleeves. They are 3 squares by 3 squares, so there are 9 squares in total. Now you're going to work on the neckline of the sweater. So you're going to place your front panel with the right side facing you, and we're going to attach the yarn on the top right corner. And we're going to work one chain and one single crochet into the same space. And then you're going to work one single crochet until you reach to the next corner space. Once you get to the corner space, you're going to work one single crochet into that corner space, as you can see here. And then you have that join of the squares, and you're going to work one half double crochet into that join space. So this will be the join from attaching the squares together, and this is how your work should be looking by now. And then I'm going to repeat the same that I did before. I'm going to work one single crochet into the corner space and then into each stitch available until I reach the next corner space and the join, and I'm going to repeat what I did before. So I'm going to continue working this way, and then I will show you what to do next. Now I've completed that setup row, and I'm going to count 29 stitches on each side, and I'm going to place a stitch marker to start working on the neckline. So with the right side facing you, you're going to change 2, and then you're going to turn your work, and this will be the first row of the shoulder and shaping the neck. You're going to work one double crochet into that same space. Then you're going to work one double crochet into each stitch available until you have one stitch left before the marker. So that will be 2 stitches left, counting the stitch that has the stitch marker. As you can see here. So I will continue working and I'll show you what to do next. So here I have the last stitch before the marker. As you can see, we have 2 stitches left. And I'm going to work one double crochet 2 together. So I'm going to work one double crochet and I'm not gonna finish it. And I'm gonna go to that stitch that is with the stitch marker, and I'm going to work another double crochet, and I'm going to close those 2 double crochet together, and that will be one double crochet. So this is the first decrease, and now you should have 28 stitches for the first row of the neckline. Then I'm going to work 2 chains, and I'm going to turn my work, and I'm gonna miss that first stitch, and I'm gonna go to the next one and work one double crochet. So this will be another decrease. As you can see here, we are creating the neckline. And then I'm going to work 1 double crochet across until the end of the row. I'm now working the last double crochet of the row, and you should have 27 stitches in total. And then I'm going to work 2 chains and turn my work. And for this row, you're going to work 1 double crochet into each stitch available until you reach the end of the row without decreasing any stitches. So you should work 27 double crochet in total. So now here I'm working the last double crochet of the row, and you should have 27 double crochet in total. And I'm going to change one, and before cutting the yarn I'm going to leave at least 40 centimeters of yarn, and this will be in order to join the pieces together. So in order to join the front panel to the back panel when my sweater is completed. So then you will need to get new yarn, you will have it there. And this is the first side of the neckline completed, and then we're going to repeat the same on the other side. You're going to place your work with the wrong side facing you, and you're going to attach the yarn where that stitch marker is placed. And then you will work 2 chains, and these 2 chains don't count as a stitch, and then you will work 1 double crochet into the following space. And now these 2 chains and the double crochet will count as the first decrease, and you can place a stitch marker on the double crochet stitch to make sure you don't miss it when you work row number 2. And now you're going to work 1 double crochet in each stitch across until the end of your row. Here I'm working the last double crochet of the row, and this is how your first row should look like. So we have all our double crochet stitches, and you should have 28, and then you're going to work 2 chains and turn your work. And now you're going to work 1 double crochet into that same space, and then 1 double crochet into each stitch available until you have 2 spaces left. I'm almost at the end of the row, and now we're going to do 1 double crochet, 2 together, over the last 2 stitches of the row. So I'm going to start by making a double crochet, and I'm not gonna close a stitch, and I'm gonna place another double crochet into the last stitch of the row, and then I'm going to close those 3 loops all together, and then I'm going to work 2 chains and turn my work. Now in the last row of the neckline, you're going to work 1 double crochet into each stitch until the end of the row. And by now you should have 27 double crochet in total. So here I'm working the last double crochet of the row, and then I'm going to do the same I did before. I'm going to leave at least 40 centimeters of yarn in order to sew my pieces together at the end. And now this is how the front panel should look like by now, with the shaping on the shoulders and also the shaping on the neckline. Here you can see a bit closer each side of the shoulder. And now we have to repeat the same on the back panel, but in this case you're going to work the first row of single crochet as we did in the front panel, and then you're going to work 2 rows of double crochet all along. And here we're going to give shape to the shoulder on the back, so you're going to work 2 chains and turn your work and work 1 double crochet into the next 27 stitches. And then when you get to the last double crochet, so after working the 27 stitches, as you can see here, you're just going to cut your yarn, and you can go ahead and repeat the same on the following side. So here I marked 27 stitches from the edge. So here we should have 27 stitches, and I'm gonna attach my yarn, and I'm going to work 2 chains, and then I'm going to work 1 double crochet into each stitch available until the end of the row. And now this is the back panel, and we're going to bring the front panel, and the 2 right sides should be facing each other. So you'll be facing the wrong side of your work, and you're going to attach the sides together, the shoulders together, using a tapestry needle. I'm going to start sewing my pieces together, and this is the method I like using for sweaters, but if you have any other technique that you like, feel free to use it. You can also use single crochet or slip stitches. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue sewing my pieces together, and I will show you how it looks like at the end. So this is how the wrong side of your work should look like. And here is the sweater attached, as you can see, and this is the wrong side. So now you're going to open up your sweater, and we're going to attach the sleeves. So for this, you're going to locate the middle part of your sweater, and this is where we just attach our shoulders together. And I want to make everything nice and tidy, and don't worry about the ends. I'm going to hide them when the sweater is finished. And now I'm going to bring my sleeve, which is this one, and I'm gonna locate the center of the sleeve and place a stitch marker there. And with the wrong side of the work facing you, I'm going to attach the middle side of the sleeve to the middle size of the sweater, as you can see here. And then I'm gonna make sure I have the right measurements. So this should be between 19 centimeters or 20 centimeters each side. So make sure you stretch it a bit. If you want to make it a bit bigger, it's okay. And then I'm going to place a stitch marker at the point I want it to be. So if you want a wider sleeve, then make sure you just sew it a bit further away from where am I doing it. So here I'm counting 4 stitches, and in the 4th stitch I'm placing the sleeve. So once I have everything nice and tidy, I can start sewing the pieces together. And for this, I'm going to bring the yarn and I'm gonna measure at least 4 times the width of the sleeve, just to make sure I have enough yarn for doing all the sewing. And I'm gonna use the tapestry needle as we did before, but feel free to use any technique you want. And we're going to sew the sides together as we did before. And here I wanted to show you a little bit of how I'm gonna sew it. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue sewing the pieces together, and then I will meet you at the end. And now my pieces are finally attached. So the sleeves are attached to the body of the sweater. And this is the wrong side of the work, and this is how it should look like for you. Now you can fold the sleeves and the sweater, and you can go ahead and sew the sides together in order to close the sweater. And this is how it looks like after the sleeves are sewn together, and the sides of the sweater, the front panel and the back panel. And once you completed that side, you're going to attach the other sleeve, and we're going to work a ribbon on the sleeve. So for this, I'm going to attach the same color of yarn I've been using for the body of the sweater to the center of the sleeve. I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to work 1 single crochet into the corner space, and then I'm going to work another single crochet. And now we're going to start decreasing. For that, I'm going to work 1 single crochet, 2 together, and this is the sequence I'm going to repeat now. I'm going to work 1 single crochet and 1 single crochet, 2 together. So you're going to start by making a single crochet. You're not going to close it. Go to the next stitch and work another single crochet and close the 3 loops together. So I work another single crochet and then another single crochet, 2 together. And here, as you can see, I have a join. So I'm going to go through that join and work my same sequence. As you can see, it was a single crochet, 2 together, and then I'm going to continue working that way all along the border of the sleeve. Now here I'm working the last single crochet of the round, and I'm going to join with a slip stitch to the first single crochet of the round. And this is how your sleeve should be looking by now. As you can see, we're making it smaller so it can fit nicely through our hand. And then you're going to work one and work a single crochet into the following stitch, and this will be like a decrease. Then you're going to work another single crochet, and you're going to work the same way we did in the previous round. So you're going to work a single crochet followed by a single crochet two together until the end of the round. And when you get to the end of the round, you're going to work a slip stitch into that first single crochet of the round. And now we definitely made our sleeves smaller, more narrow. And at this point, make sure you can put your hand nicely. And now I'm going to bring a 3.5mm crochet hook, and we're going to work this elastic band. So for that, you're going to chain 8. And then you're going to work a single crochet into the second chain from the hook and into each chain until you get to the end. And then you're going to work a slip stitch into that same space where the chains begin, and another slip stitch into the following stitch. Then you're going to turn your work, and you're going to miss those first 2 slip stitches and work a single crochet through the back loop of the stitch. And when I get to the last stitch, I'm going to go through the 2 loops, chain 1, and continue working 1 single crochet into each stitch available until the end of the row. And then you're going to work a slip stitch into the next 2 stitches from the sleeve in order to join your work, and then turn. And continue working that sequence all along the sleeve. And when you are almost at the end, as you can see here, I'm working the last 2 slip stitches. You're going to turn your sleeve inside out, as you can see there, and I'm going to join those 2 sides together. And for that, I'm going to use the crochet hook, and I'm going to go through both loops of each side, and I'm going to work a slip stitch in order to sew the sides together. After joining the sides together, you can go ahead and cut the yarn. I always like making an extra chain in order to secure the ends. And this is a ribbon completed. And because we made the sleeve narrow for the cuffs, make sure you can put your hands through the sleeves in order to make sure it fits properly. And then you can go ahead and complete the second sleeve. Now we're going to repeat the same steps on the neckline of the sweater. So we're going to repeat this ribbon on the neckline. And you're going to attach the yarn, the same color we've been using before, and you will use a 3.5mm crochet hook. And you're going to attach the yarn on the side seam of your sweater. So this is the place where we join the sides together. As you can see, there we have the seam. So that's going to be the place where you're going to attach your yarn. And then you're going to repeat the same steps for the cuffs. So you're going to chain 8. And then you're going to work a row of single crochet stitches all along your neckline until this is covered. I wanted to show you here that on the neckline, you will work at least 2 stitches, 2 slip stitches on those rows of double crochet from the shoulders, and then you will continue placing slip stitches on each stitch available of the neckline. And when your neckline is all covered, you can go ahead and join the ribbon together. And this is how your neckline is going to look like. And if you think you need to make the neckline tighter, just use a smaller crochet hook. And then you're going to repeat the same steps for the neckline on the bottom edge of your sweater. So this will create a nice ribbon along your jumper. And then make sure you weave in all the ends and you're finished. Well done, you made your own crochet jumper. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.